Cayman,
the voice,
the heart, the soul of the Cayman Islands.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Health City, now open at Camana Bay 7 days a week. Optical Outlook, now at their new location in Anderson Square. Come see the difference with Optical Outlook. And Lee's Office Products Limited at Paddington Place, Godfrey Nixon Way, moving your business forward.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning to everyone. Welcome to the Business Buzz. This is our first segment of the Business Buzz on this Tuesday morning. Hopefully everyone is staying safe. I want to say good morning to our listeners and our YouTube viewers, also to our producer and the woman at the control this morning, Miss Susan Watson, and to our guests in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'll let you introduce yourselves, as you're quite a few this morning. I'm
Sure.
speaking with.
My name is Beth Chafin. I'm the Science Communications and Development Manager for CCMI, the Central Caribbean Marine Institute, based in Little Cayman.
Good morning, Beth. How are you?
Morning. Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. It's good to have you guys in the studio this morning.
We're thrilled to be here.
And we have a young one in the studio. He's only 13 years old. Good morning.
Good morning, miss. I'm Jake Fagan.
Good morning, Jake. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I am fine. And Jake, you're a swimmer.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, we'll hear more about that in a minute. And I'll find our last guest in the studio.
My name is Volrod Everard. I'm an IT professional with a passion for swimming.
A passion for swimming. I can't swim. That's up front, so you guys know this, all right? So this morning we'll be discussing. Oh, and we have Robin on the phone. Robin Larkin. Robin is also from Central Caribbean Marine Institute. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you. And thank you for staying on the line this morning. Now, let's start with the big question. What is the event we're having on Saturday?
Go ahead, move on.
Okay. It is the Cayman Bogue swim. And it is basically just a crossing from Cayman Brac over to Little Cayman. We're doing it's basically about a 5-mile crossing from Scott's Point Scott's Point all the way across to Point of Sands on Little Cayman, and that's about a 5-mile distance swimming wise, roughly. And it is crossing one of the deepest trenches in the Caribbean, which is over 4,000 foot. With some fairly swift currents as well.
Wow! So why the decision to swim that area?
Well, the group that forms the bulk of the swimming, or the swimmers doing the swim, is an established group that's been swimming and training for the last several years, and they normally do, round about this time of year as well, a crossing of the North Sound from Rum Point to roughly where Holiday Inn is. And this year the team just decided to switch things up a bit and do things in a different way, and they've heard about the Bogue swim from a couple of swimmers on the island and decided to do that. So that's how it was kind of born. One of the swimmers went to go and do some reconnaissance and came across the fantastic people at the CCMI, and sort of it grew arms and legs from there.
So how did this really come about, the event?
Well, yeah, so it was, like I said, a decision by the sort of the more senior team members. They sort of dreamt it up and thought, I think that there's a number of years back, people have crossed the Bogue before, and so they'd heard about this from a number of people on the island and read about it, and sort of it was born as an idea there, floated with the team. The team was really enthusiastic about it, then James, who's unfortunately not able to be here today, went over to Little Cayman early part of this year and got in contact with the folks from CCMI, and who sort of were fantastic with coming to the party with support structures and so forth, and we sort of like started our synergy from there.
And it's been amazing, really, because we're so grateful, particularly in this crazy time that we're in, that we've had this really motivated, enthusiastic group of people who have come forward, and they've done a massive job of bringing in sponsorships and bringing in donations. I think we're at over $19,000 in donations from nearly 150 people.
Wow.
And in this time, it just makes a huge, huge difference, particularly because CCMI isn't able to have some of our normal international operations with visiting universities and researchers coming in. So the donations that they're bringing in, the support and the awareness of CCMI, particularly within both the local and international community, it makes a huge difference to us as an institution. So we're really grateful to have these guys on board, and also so excited for this weekend.
Wow. So Jake, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. We've been doing like a couple training swims every week. So generally we do like a short swim, 2K or so, Tuesday, Thursday, and then on Sundays everyone in the group comes together and we'll do a bit of a longer swim, which goes from like 5K to 7K, depending on the day. And we normally do these swims either on 7 Mile or like at Sunset House.
Okay. But this will be the first time you'll be in such deep water.
Yes, I will.
Are you excited?
Well, I'm really excited. Definitely for the sharks.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
So, Valrad, what's your game plan? What are you up to in this swim?
Well, I guess I'm one of the organizers on the team, and we'll be sort of making sure that keeping the team together, making sure that they're all sort of swimming in the same direction, hopefully. And we'll be arriving there, getting everything together, and just making sure that everything runs smoothly on the day.
Okay, and you're not swimming.
I'm definitely a swimmer, and I will be swimming, but I'm certainly not one of the fastest swimmers. We have quite a wide range of swimmers. Some of the more senior swimmers will be sort of up towards the front, and then there'll be some sort of mid-pacers, and then some of the slightly slower ones. So,
and we'll have support boats and people just going along with the swimmers to make sure that everything is covered, everyone's together and having a great time while they're making that trek.
yes.
So the Bogue swim basically is to raise money, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And specifically, 50% of all of the money that's donated is going directly into scholarships for our education programs. And this year, we're actually able to provide more scholarships than ever before to local students to come over to participate in marine ecology courses and camps, and to take part in internships over at the Little Cayman Research Center. And so this actually allows us to do even more of that and have an even greater impact on the local community. So again, it's just huge.
Okay, Robin?
Yes.
You can jump in at any time.
Yeah, but I mean, as Beth said, this is such an incredible opportunity for us, where they are helping us to kickstart our 2022 scholarship program for local students to participate in various programs that really help them to discover the ocean and environmental science and get involved in hands-on experiences through a visit to the Little Cayman Research Center, and have the chance to interact with our marine science educators and our research team. So it's just a great way for us to continue reaching local students and show them really what's in their backyard.
Okay. Now, what kind of training went into preparing for this swim?
Well, I think every team member will have had their own sort of training program throughout the week. You will have heard from Jake what he's done.
Right.
But every team member sort of will do a couple of swims throughout the week. And then there'll be the long swim that we do on Sunday that you also heard about. And that's pretty much that. So, it's all driven by individual, how hard they're pushing themselves. But I think we started a group on Strava to sort of track our training, and we conservatively estimate between the group, since we started actively training for this, we think we've logged about between 1,400 and 1,700 training kilometers collectively. So yeah, we've got a lot of effort has gone into this for sure.
How many swimmers make up the group?
16 total, right, Valorant?
Exactly.
And of course we have Jake.
Yes.
And you are the youngest swimmer.
Yes, I am. But with my friend Ben, he's also swimming it. He's also 13.
13. Okay. So you'll be swimming side by side until somebody takes off.
Yeah, I think so. But he's very fast, so I'm sure he'll do well.
I'm sure you're fast too, Jake. Thank you. Now, what are some of the challenges with a sea swim such as this magnitude? What sort of safety protocols are in place?
Well, I mean, so the training that we've put in place, like I always see it as we've been just training to build up confidence with being able to swim the distance. And I think with that, we've kind of like done that and got that down pat. Some of the unknown variables are obviously things like currents on the day. Could there possibly be things like sargassum blooms floating around? There's obviously the marine life, which we'll sort of avoid some of the specifics. And then there could just be anything on the day, which I guess unknown variables, which we'll just have to see swell and currents and things like that. But I think what the guys from CCMI have come to the party in a fantastic way, providing us with 2 support boats and kayaks. I think we'll have about 5 support kayaks as well. And the idea being that the swimmers will follow the kayaks will follow the boats, and we'll have 2-way radios between the boats and the kayaks. So, and that's how we'll sort of make our way as a procession across the Bogue. And I think if anything were to happen, we'll just sort of take it, in our stride. I think we also have the operations manager on board with the boats who'll be coordinating the specifics there and deal with each situation as and when it arises, which will hopefully just be a pleasant swim across the Bogue.
Exactly. Hopefully there will be no such situations, but we've got, a whole team of very experienced boat operators, dive instructors, really people who are more than equipped to handle any sort of in-water situation that might arise, but we don't anticipate that will be an issue, but we're over-prepared, which is good.
Exactly. I mean, and Scout's motto, plan for the worst, hope for the best. And I mean, that being said, the team itself is also an incredibly experienced team, not only in swimming, but just also in general endurance events and mountaineering and just a lot of best practice and safe practice skills as well. So I think we're very well equipped for it, I think.
On a normal day, what is it like around the Bogue? What current-wise and stuff like that?
I think you would have to ask somebody closer because I don't live there.
I mean, I have not swum the Bogue myself, but I can tell you, having worked in dive operations and going back and forth between Little Cayman and Cayman Brac, it really can vary depending on the day. So if it's a nice flat day, we'll have beautiful calm conditions. There can be some swells and some choppy waves out there, but I think nothing that these guys haven't prepared for.
And what level of protection will the swimmers be taking? Would you be doing like your wetsuits, your goggles, Jake?
Well, we'd just be wearing like normal swimming swimsuits. No wetsuits because we can deal with some cold.
Okay, you can deal with some cold. Okay.
But we'll have like sunscreen, swim hats, and that'll be it pretty much.
Okay. And on that note, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue speaking with the Bogue swim team. Not the team, just Jake in the studio. We have Robin on the line and Beth Valrad and Jake in the studio this morning. Jake's mom is here too. She's the official photographer. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, Health City Cayman Islands, Optical Outlook, and Cayman Medical Supplies.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
Klein Astor Glidden Sr., Certificate of Honor, 1924-2016. Klein Glidden was a sergeant at arms in a legislative assembly, was also an elder of the West Bay Seventh-day Adventist Church. He served his country and his church with regal dignity for many years. Scores of tourists who have visited the Legislative Assembly have written to the newspapers expressing praise for this remarkable Christian gentleman who would go out of his way to make people feel at home in the Cayman Islands. He was a man with a common touch who loved his country and his job and lived his religion. He credited his wife, Eula, for his religious conversion. Their son, Klein Glidden Jr., was elected to the Legislative Assembly in 2000. Mr. and Mrs. Glidden Sr. also have a daughter and several grandchildren.
We are island people. We know that hurricane season means preparation now ahead of time, being ready ahead of the fury of nature we cannot control. Preparation that can make the difference between life and death, injury and safety, the misery of loss, the regret of procrastination. Know this now. Hurricane safety begins with you. It's your responsibility and mine. Your medicine, your valuable documents, your water, your place of safety during the storm, your preparation now will directly determine your outcome during and after the storm. Prepare now. A message from Rotary Central. We serve to change lives.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're speaking this morning with the folks from CCMI, Caribbean Central Marine Institute, which is a non-for-profit organization, and alongside the Science Communication Development Manager, Ms. Beth Chaffin, we have the swimmer who will be going across the Bogue. You know, I've never heard about a Bogue. And alongside him, we have Valrad Uvard. Just why you had to have a name like this morning. And Robin is online also. Robin, you're still there with us, right?
I'm here.
So, Jake, we had an interesting conversation off while we were on the break. And yes. Remember I asked you about protection while, as you go to swim, as you attempt to swim. Now, what else do you use?
Yeah, so we also put on Vaseline. Because swimming in the ocean, the salt rubs and it'll chafe under our arms and our necks. Okay. So we wear Vaseline there to kind of help us.
That was interesting.
You get all slimed up.
It makes us a bit more streamlined in the water.
But it does make you float, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, so Jake, did you have to go on a special diet for this swim?
Well, I think we're going to try and have as much to eat as possible this week. But on the actual day, I don't really have much to eat, or else there's a problem of getting a stitch maybe. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll be in the water for how long?
We're hoping
Basically.
it'll only take 3 to 4 hours.
3 to 4 hours. That's a long time to be in the water.
Yeah.
So are you allowed to touch the boat or stuff like that while you're in the water?
Well, we're not allowed to touch the boat because then it would break the rules of the open water swim.
Okay.
But, of course, in an emergency, it would be fine to do that.
Awesome. Well, I know you're raising funds for CCMI, the scholarship program. Now, do you want to use this medium to appeal to the wider public?
Yes, absolutely. I think at this point we've got, with donations that have come in, we've had some amazing sponsorships from William Squared, from Rollinson and Hunter, and from African Impact. So in total, we've raised almost $40,000 at this point with those sponsorships and the donations. But we're definitely asking if anyone is inclined to do so. We would appreciate donations of any size. You can easily make donations online. We have a fundraising site that's set up, and you can easily find that on our social media page, which is facebook.com/reefresearch, or you can look on our Instagram or Twitter. Those are all at Reef Research, or search for the Cayman Bogue Swim.
Yeah, on Facebook. We also have a Facebook page for the Cayman Bogue Swim, and we've got links there, various fundraiser links that basically link off to the same site as well.
Okay. Robin?
So I find it really interesting. We've had from individual donations, 147 individual donors contributing towards this, which hopefully the swimmers appreciate the vote of confidence that these people are giving them. But I find it fascinating. We've had people from literally around the world supporting this event and supporting their efforts. Donations have come in from places, mostly local, but other places like Bermuda, Jersey, the United Kingdom, Canada, U.S., and even Hong Kong I saw came through the other day. So they are reaching not just local, but an international crowd. And hopefully this amazing support that's being shown to them is giving them a bit more inspiration and confidence in their ability to do this incredible swim.
Oh my gosh! So Jake, you're part of this money, this donation, this funding. You realize that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you give us some details on the work and research that CCMI is involved in?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do a lot of work into resiliency in the face of our changing climate, right? So primarily we look at things like coral restoration and resiliency, understanding as our oceans get warmer, as they get more acidic, how our coral reefs can survive and adapt, because obviously as an island nation, we're particularly dependent on having strong, healthy, biodiverse coral reefs as a resource for many reasons, whether it's storm protection, we need them as a food source. People use them obviously for recreation and enjoyment. We even get medicines from life on coral reefs. So our coral reefs are vital and really need protection. So there's a bunch of really interesting work being done in terms of long-term monitoring, looking at how our coral reefs can adapt for the future. And we've also looked, even during COVID, at how the change here in Grand Cayman in terms of the activity and the number of people and things going on the reef, how that has impacted the life and biodiversity on the reef. Now, from an education perspective, the sort of scholarships that we're raising money for will be for 3-day marine ecology courses, for internships, and actually I think Jake and his friend Ben both did take part in a marine ecology course when they were a couple years younger, right?
Yes, in year 6, our year group traveled to the CCMI and we did like tons of lessons and snorkels there.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's a great introduction into marine studies overall, right?
Yeah, and it's an experience like we'll never forget. Thank you.
So we're hoping that more kids can have that same experience based off of the scholarships that we're raising money for.
My one regret in life, I can't swim. Anyway, what have been some of the major compliments of CCMI?
Well, one of our signature programs, I would say, it's a technologically interesting program called Reefs Go Live, where we have our team broadcasting live from underwater and into classrooms, into the general public, and teaching about the reefs and the ecosystems from underwater. So it combines the science and what we know and what we're learning with the education and the outreach that is a critical component of what CCMI does. And we have offered that for local schools where we partner, or we've worked with the Ministry of Education to come up with lessons that help support curriculum goals. And we'll do that during the school year, several broadcasts that highlight some of the important topics that students would be learning in their science classes in particular. And then we've also done several, for 3 years, I believe, a World Oceans Day broadcast that is open to the general community, where we have a related topic that we cover, and then we open up the event to the general public and have it broadcast at Cayman Bay in the movie theater for anyone to attend. So it's a great way to be able to connect people with the underwater and the work we do in a fun and unique educational format.
That would be great to connect to Radio Cayman, broadcasting live from underwater.
Yeah.
No,
there's a lot of bubbles that you would hear.
We're almost out of time, so before we do, can you guys recap on this Cayman Bogue swim that's coming up? And we forgot to mention which day it is. It's on Saturday, correct? This Saturday. And what time do you start?
We'll be starting from the Scots Pier at 8 a.m. I believe we might even have 2 government dignitaries there wishing us well on our journey.
Sweet.
And we will, as we say, expect to arrive any time from about 10 a.m. onwards. Between 10 and 11 sometime we'll arrive at Point of Sand in Little Cayman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, so there'll be a party waiting there for you guys?
Pretty
much.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Saturday evening will be a nice big chow-down dinner with telling all our war stories.
Okay, so it's this Saturday.
Starting for next year as well.
Sorry, Robin?
And they'll probably be making plans for next year as well. I know how these things go.
Okay.
I can echo that. I think everyone is kind of thinking to that. Definitely, yeah.
I'd definitely be up for that.
He's in already. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I could see you raising a lot of funds for this scholarship program, Jake.
I think Ben and Jake they're probably one of the top 2 in the team for fundraising, so they've done a fantastic job.
We've raised about $4,000 individually so far.
It's amazing, right?
Ben and I. Yeah.
All right, so you have the mic in front of you, Jake. You know what you do? Appeal to sponsors.
Please, anyone in Cayman, donate through the pages that we've already listed. Any donation helps, any size, anyone. It makes a huge difference to CCMI. So please, please, please.
And Jake is attempting to cross the Bogue, correct?
Yes.
And he's doing it just for this, not because he wants to be famous.
No, definitely not.
I want to say thank you to everybody. Anything you want to recap on, Robin, before we let you go?
No, just a huge thank you to the community for supporting this. And, of course, a huge thank you to the swimmers for taking on such an incredible challenge and raising awareness and supporting CCMI. We're extremely grateful and wish them the most amazing swim that they've ever had.
And I'd also like to echo that by saying a huge thank you to CCMI for partnering with us, and we couldn't have done this without you as well. Your guys' support is invaluable as well, so thank you very much. And it's an honor to be, raising funds for such a worthy cause.
I forgot to ask, how old is the oldest swimmer in the group?
Oh, I couldn't tell you exactly, but I think he's quite a seasoned swimmer, probably in his 60s. He'll probably make me do horrible things for getting that wrong, but he's a phenomenal swimmer, and there's no such thing as a bad swimmer in the group. They're all really accomplished swimmers.
Okay, well, Jake, I want to wish you, Ben, and everybody else a wonderful and safe swim across the Bogue. And next year we'll hear about it, right? We'll know you'll be out there next year.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, stay safe. Use lots of us, and make sure you're ready. I know you're ready, but you can do this. All right, you got this. You and all the other swimmers, and everybody else in the studio this morning. Beth, Volrad, thank you so much, and Jake's mommy, she's in the corner. Thank you for taking all these photographs, and. Want to say thanks to our sponsors. We're going to take a break. And Robin is on the phone. Robin, we keep forgetting you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for staying with us this morning. Have a pleasant day.
Thanks for helping us get out the word. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Susan, she does the source in, so she knows where to find everybody. Good luck to everybody. Stay safe on the swim, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 8 o'clock.
Looking for better buys and better selection? You'll find it in the all-new Foster Specials catalog.
The Better Buys section features some of our best deals in the catalog, like Charmin Ultra Strong Bath Tissue. 8 rolls just $9.99. Save $4.60.
While the Better Selection section highlights specialty products on special, like Mimo Moki Ice Cream. 6-pack just $4.99, save $2.50.
And with over 70 products on special in the catalog, it's easy to save big at Foster's.
Foster's. Better prices because we care.
Price is good until September 22nd, 2021. Find more specials at fosters.ky.
The 8 a.m. News is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Please be advised that the pension contribution holiday has been extended until 31st of December 2021. Employers and plan members should ensure arrangements are in place for salary deductions and remittance following this date. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan, keeping you informed. For further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. We're here for you.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Karsley Fuller. Deep cleaning is underway at Georgetown Primary School this morning, and parents are waiting to hear from administrators about COVID-19 testing schedules after a student tests positive for the disease. The Department of Education Services has activated the continuity of operations plan for schools after the positive test result was reported by the chief medical officer late Monday night. In consultation with public health authorities, staff are on the ground at GTPS to oversee the implementation of the appropriate measures and to provide support and guidance where needed. In the meantime, students and their families are being asked to stay at home this morning until they're contacted by the school administration and advised of a time their year group will be tested for COVID-19. Families are reminded to practice good hygiene and social distancing and make sure to wear masks if they go out in public. In the meantime, school facilities and buses are being sanitized, and school counselors will be available to support families if needed. Georgetown Primary will remain closed until they receive clearance to return to school from public health. All students and parents are advised to wear masks at all other government school facilities today. And while public health and school officials do their part, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. John Lee, is asking the community to do theirs.
I want to reassure the community that public health is doing everything to ensure the safety of our students. We can all appreciate that this is a very difficult time for many of us in the community. However, it is best not to spread misinformation and to cooperate with public health officials at this time. I'm thankful that we are a highly vaccinated community, which will serve us well during times like these.
Radio Cayman is an official source, so make sure to keep it locked right here. A call from the leader of the opposition for government to reevaluate its reopening plans after the emergence of community spread of COVID-19. One of his biggest concerns is government's introduction of a 5-day quarantine period.
This is insufficient time to ensure that the virus is not transmitted in the community. Given the reemergence of community spread of the virus, it seems obvious to me that such a short quarantine period should be suspended and that we should revert to a minimum of 10 days for those vaccinated.
The Honorable Roy McTaggart is urging government to get the vaccine booster program going as soon as possible as well, as evidence shows that vaccines lose efficacy over time.
Lastly, I accept that the statistics reflect that there are very few children who get very sick and need to be hospitalized because of COVID-19, and even fewer who die from it. But when I think of the children in our small islands, including my own grandchildren, statistics are not what comes to mind. The pain and grief of possibly losing a child is my first concern. And so, as overseas health regulators and others consider the possibility of approving the vaccine for children under the age of 12, there is value in delaying opening up briefly to allow an answer to this to be found, if indeed there is one.
Ultimately, Mr. McTaggart accepts the decision on how best to open the border lies with government, but he is pleading that they consider these points in their deliberations. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Debbie Russ. Military officers who seized power earlier this month in Guinea have begun talks with representatives of dozens of political parties. Amongst the politicians taking part is the main opposition leader, Cellou Dalein Diallo, and officials from the party of the toppled president, Alpha Condé. Guinea is facing the threat of economic sanctions. The British government has confirmed that a single booster jab of coronavirus vaccine will be offered to everyone over 50 in England. On Monday, the government also announced plans to vaccinate healthy 12 to 15-year-olds. Thousands of tons of Iranian oil is reportedly being unloaded from a tanker in Syria before being transported to Lebanon, which is in the grip of very severe fuel shortages. The shipment is being imported via Syria to avoid embroiling Lebanon in US sanctions on Iran. The Chinese property developer Evergrande has revealed the scale of its financial crisis amid reports that angry investors have again descended on the company's headquarters. The firm said property sales had fallen by half over the summer. There are fears the collapse of Evergrande could affect the wider Chinese economy. The Moroccan security forces say they've broken up a cell of militants linked to the Islamic State group. The three suspects have been accused of plotting the imminent killing of a public servant. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Are you aware of the performance of your pension plan? The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan provides quarterly fund fact sheets for our members to stay informed with the plan's performance. For the year ended 30th of April, 2021, the various life cycle funds have provided returns between 10.5% and 43.2%. And our all-in expense ratio for year ended 30th of June, 2020 is currently the lowest it's ever been. 0.72%. Visit chamberpension.ky to review our fund fact sheets. You can see the performance as far back as 10 years. Remember that pensions are a longer-term investment strategy. Focus on the long term rather than the short-term returns. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan continues to perform for you.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
The 2021 census begins on the 10th of October. Every person in the Cayman Islands will be counted. The population count and data are protected and authorized by the Statistics Act. The information is confidential and cannot be shared with any law enforcement agency. Every person counts, no matter who you are or where you live. So have your say in the 2021 census.
2021 census. Everyone counts.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we are more than an insurance company. We are family. To learn more about our first-in-class individual and group life, disability and accident solutions, please visit Pan American International Insurance Corporation at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304 and visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
Pleasure. Good morning. Let's take a look at the very latest weather report. Current temperature is 84 degrees. Relative humidity is 81%. The barometric pressure is 29.94 inches and rising. The winds are calm. Overnight low temperature was 79 degrees. Synopsis indicate isolated showers along with light easterly winds and slight seas are expected as a tropical wave over Western Caribbean is expected to move over the Cayman area by this afternoon. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area moving towards the west. The National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Nicholas. For more information on this system, you can visit www.nhc.noaa.gov. This storm poses no threat to the Cayman Islands. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with cloudy spells and a 40% chance of afternoon showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with cloudy spells and a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures falling to the mid-70s tonight. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Low tide will be this morning at 10:32, high tide this evening at 5:49, and a low tide again tonight at 11:59. The sun will set this evening at 6:27 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:14. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Thursday morning.
10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we're more than just an insurance company, we're family. To learn more about our first-in-class group health and employee benefit solutions, please visit Pan American Life Insurance Company of the Cayman Islands at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304. You can also visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by Encourse Cayman. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Back to school can be a stressful time for families. Parents are trying to regain weekly schedules and structure. Meanwhile, children may struggle with anxiety about moving up a year, seeing their peers, or worse, encountering unfavorable bullying situations. Don't wait until the last minute to prepare for school. Quick tip. Over the summer, work with your child on making their own lunches. Not only does this teach them responsibility, but by practicing over the summer, they'll be proficient by the first week of school, and your morning routine will become much easier.
Change your thinking and change your life.
Radio Cayman's Cayman Strong series was brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. OnCourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look what's happening traffic-wise. Linford Pursuit Highway, busy traffic. Delays expected as you're headed down to Georgetown. Also busy traffic coming off of Agnes Way. Steady traffic off of Bobby Thompson Way. Traffic flowing moderately on Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue. Light traffic on Owen Roberts Drive. And coming from the Westway four-way stop, traffic is moderate. Busy traffic on the Esley Tibbetts Highway. Slight delays expected as you're heading down towards the Butterfield Roundabout. And from the Butterfield Roundabout heading towards the Industrial Park area, traffic is steady but flowing. On the West Bay Road, in front of the Ritz, traffic is moving on moderately in both directions. And moderate flow of traffic on Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue. North Sound Road, traffic is moderate. That's the very latest on the traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. Remember, click it or ticket.
Bro, do you really have to eat 2 sandwiches for lunch?
No, but one is for dinner. On Tuesdays at Subway, you can get the 2 subs for any size, plus a fountain drink for the price of 1.
Nah, Bobo, that sounds too good to be true. For real though, 2 subs for the price of 1 and a drink?
Each and every Tuesday now until September 28th. Buy any Subway sandwich in any size and a 32-ounce fountain drink and get an equal or lesser value sub for free. For every 2 for Tuesday purchase, be entered to win one of 3 LG 50-inch 4K smart TVs, a Grill Pro, or one of 2 retro bikes, plus many more prizes. Subway's 2 for Tuesdays is in partnership with Pepsi and Progressive Distributors. Prize drawing is September 30th. Terms and conditions apply. See in-store for details. The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the second segment of the Business Buzz on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Thanks to all our listeners and our viewers on YouTube, and of course to our guests in the studio. This morning we'll be putting the spotlight on Metabolic Reset Retreat, and it'll be the venue is at the Cottages, and we want to hear a whole lot more about Metabolic Reset Retreat. Sounds like something I need. So I'll speak to let our guests in the studio introduce themselves. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right next to me, I am speaking with
Dr. Hilke Molson. I work at Grand Harbor Medical Center. I'm a GP or family medicine specialist, and I've also got a certification in nutritional medicine.
Welcome to the Business Buzz. Good morning. And the only gentleman in the room. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, my name is Ramon Vallejo, and I'm a health coach specialist, and I'll be doing the Mindset for the Reset on the retreat.
Mindset for the Reset. I love that. And third guest in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. My name is Chef Britta Bush. I am here from Saucha. Saucha is a local kombucha producer, as well as kind of transitioning from plant-based meal delivery to a menu of plant-based healing foods with a focus on fermentation. So my menu leads perfectly into this metabolic reset.
And we want to hear all about it this morning. Tell us about the main reason behind putting on this Metabolic Reset Retreat.
Well, I have been doing retreats in Little Cayman as a yoga, in the format of yoga and healing foods retreat for almost 10 years. So that's actually how the company Saucha got founded, was through that work. And I've been wanting to expand the offerings of retreats, and particularly to bring the focus more on food, from sourcing the ingredients, where you're buying your food, the best deal, whether it's the best deals or the best quality or the freshest or local, to how to feed yourself with it and how to transform your body. So I've been doing retreats for many years, been wanting to focus it on the food. Met Dr. Hilke last year, October 2020, where I was seeking out help and support in women's health and hormones. She recommended the Metabolic Reset. Took me a few months to commit to it because it's a 44-day program in its entirety, but the 22 days is the strict diet phase, and the 3 days of the retreat are kind of the kickoff to prepare you for this reset. So the kind of main reason behind putting this retreat on is for me to be able to cook and demonstrate the foods, for Dr. Hilke to be there giving her patients expert support, and for Ramon to be able to support the emotional journey that goes along with the psychology of eating, particularly when we do a detox program.
Something I need this. The mayor thought that's a retreat, puts it above everything else. But this sounds like it's going to be an amazing retreat. Now, where and when will the Metabolic Reset Retreat take place?
Right, so we've chosen the weekend of the 30th of September. That's actually starting on a Thursday evening where we will be gathering, and then until the Sunday, the 3rd of October. And people will be going home on Sunday with their dinner also in a box, so they don't have to worry at all about transitioning from eating normally to going into the quite restricted food choices that you will be using for the 21 days of the weight loss phase. And I'm very happy to be able to offer this to. I've been basically, since I come to this island, I've been helping patients with the metabolic reset, but I'm very happy to be now doing it in a coordinated fashion with a chef and a health coach expert that helps with the pitfalls that can be found in completely changing your approach to food. And hopefully there's going to be a lasting change in your approach to food, creating more health in the long run, which is absolutely in the scope of this weight loss program, is that you find a new set point for your weight. So I'm very hopeful that we're going to have this group that also supports each other during this journey, which has been proven to work very well in Europe.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. And I will, just to jump back in, a personal note on that is the way I found Dr. Hilke is that she is German. So I was able to and I am German, and I was able to join this German group and get the support. And that was another inspiration for the retreat, is that I've lost over 30 pounds this year.
Wow. And
really transformed not just my body, but my mental health. And then also with, working with Ramon, there's been a lot of reminders just in daily conversations about how powerful food can be when we use it intentionally and we are conscious about what we're putting into our bodies and the thoughts that we're thinking. So, change your mind, change your life. It's a real thing.
Change your mind, change your life. So how many persons can... Ramon? You're not German, are you?
Not quite. No.
Not quite.
Only by my other half.
Okay. Now, how many persons can you accommodate at the retreat? And are there any spots left?
Right, so we're selling out really fast. As we stand here at the moment, there's 2 rooms left, so that would be maximum of 4 people more that we can accommodate. Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you can share a room, correct?
Yeah, right.
If
so there are double rooms with 2 queen beds or a king size room still as well. But yeah.
Now, what kind of results can be gained from attending this reset retreat?
I think right now we have to hand over to Ramon to introduce the potential habit change results and whatever. I'll hand over what you're going to help us with.
I could start by my own personal experience. I've done it twice. I didn't have a great deal of weight to lose, but I'm into health and looking after myself the best I can. And when I came across this metabolic reset through my wife, I said, yeah, it's a good idea. So what I've experienced, among other things, are apart from weight loss, is mental clarity, fog lifting, bloatiness gone away, things like skin clearing up, long-term kind of skin issues that really made a change. So yeah, among others, and there were, also one of the fundamental things from my perspective as a health coach is how my brain was getting different messages, from my gut, as far as I can say that now, to a large degree, I eat more for longevity, and whenever I choose to have a pizza or choose to have whatever, it's more from a choice rather than having to be a victim to those triggers. Yeah,
the habits and
That's a really good way to put it.
Well, you don't mind me saying, Coach Ramon, your skin for a man, it's smooth and, just...
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do look after me. And he after me with the food between us. Quite good.
Actually, all three of you have smooth skin.
That's one of the... Yeah, exactly, as you asked.
I'm sitting here
that's one of the
you.
main things that actually expresses via our skin. We can often tell whether people have sort of deficiencies in micronutrients, although you can't pinpoint it's this one or that one. You can just see a level of inflammation in the body or not. And a clarity of the skin function as functioning as an elimination organ as well. And all that really with this reset is possible to unblock, so people can expect definitely a better skin after it. And also with the weight loss, actually a restructuring of the connective tissue. So there is no flab. You can lose 20, 30 pounds. The skin goes back, so you get your plastic surgery thrown in really and look younger and better than before. Right. It is quite an amazing tool.
Amazing. Now, share some information on what will actually take place on September 30th. That's the day you check in, correct?
Yes. So check-in will be from 3 p.m. that day. So you don't have to be there at 3. You can come at 5. It doesn't actually kick off until 6 p.m. So for anyone that can only take the Friday off, you can work Thursday and then head out to East End and check in for a nice long weekend. We'll be kicking it off with the dinner feast that I'm preparing. So what makes this program different than other detox programs is the first 2 days are actually like a load up, like a feast phase. So you're supposed to be taking in as many healthy fats and proteins and just kind of carbs, whatever you want. So I will be preparing that feast, which not only will kind of be the last supper for the next 22 days, but also it's a demonstration of foods that that I'm presenting to you in ways that I love to eat, ways that make healthy, delicious, and easy. And there'll be the sourdough bread, which is one of my signature, products that I make, and just everything that Saucha makes, heavy on the nut.
It will be all
plant-based.
Okay.
All plant-based, but lots of healthy fats coming from nuts, sprouted walnuts, avocado. Just it's all the menu is structured on the specifications of the reset. So my goal and my role in this retreat is really to not just feed you, but educate everyone that will be there on how they can carry this on into their own life and how they weave it into a family of 4 that has 4 different eating habits. So through all of us working together, that will be one of the main goals, but that's also what's happening on September 30th.
Okay. So what will be your role as what would your role be as part of this Reset Retreat program in terms of nutritional information pertaining to delicious and nutritious plant-based meals?
My focus is really on the ingredients. So the nutritional aspect will be fully supported by Dr. Hilke, because that's who I'm still learning a lot from. I have my own arsenal, and anyone that's ever attended a class with me or a retreat with me know that I draw from everything from non-GMO to Clean 15 to local to celery and why we want to eat that to pumpkin seeds. So I weave in a lot of my own knowledge and passion for these ingredients. But really, I'm very pleased to be able to present the smoothie bar every morning. So on the Reset, the strict diet phase, that's how you start your day, is with this protein smoothie and fiber shake. It's all in one, so I will be having kind of a mise en place of various ways that you can prepare that. So you might have a mocha smoothie one day with coffee, or you might have a detoxifying, roasted dandelion tea the next day. So that will be to help set you up for a successful morning. Then I'll be providing the lunches and dinners, as well as one session per day with me, kind of a presentation seminar on food, as well as having an open kitchen format so that anyone can come in, any retreat guest can come in, prep with me, watch me, talk to me, whatever they want to do. The level of involvement is totally up to you. Some people just want to relax by the pool and really de-stress from their life. So whatever space you need, you'll be able to find it. And then I will also send everybody home with some recipes. And again, I think the critical thing is, where do you find your ingredients? So I will have specific locations. So what stores I go to, for the best price and quality.
That would be interesting, because sometimes you just don't know where to go, especially if you want plant-based, do your plant-based meals.
Yeah, it can be daunting to do at home.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. It's 29 minutes until 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for being in the studio with us this morning. If you're just joining us, we're talking about a Metabolic Reset Retreat. We've got Chef Britta Bush, owner of Sasha Plant-Based Healing Foods, and Dr. Helka Molson, nutritional medicine GP, and her husband, Coach Ramon. He's a transformational health coach. Taking a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue to find out more about this Metabolic Reset Retreat. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's back, and it's bigger than ever. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman presents PACE, the annual Delano Hislop Memorial Journey for Life 5K walk, 10K run, and 15K ride event. That's right, parents, kids, young and old. We want you to be a part of the movement to help bring awareness to the fight against prostate and colon cancer. Starting at the Lions Community Center on Sunday, September 19th. Registration fee is only $25 and includes a free shirt and gift bag. The more people that sign up and register, the bigger the fight against prostate and colon cancer. Sunday, September 19th at the Lions Center. Get ready to pace yourself as the Lions Club of Grand Cayman presents the annual Delano Hislop Memorial Journey for Life 5K walk, 10K run, and 15K ride event. For additional information, please feel free to contact 938-1711 or 526-1711. Sign up today on CaymanActive.com.
For additional information, please email pace@cnw.ky.
The Delano Hislop Memorial Journey for Life is proudly sponsored by Dart Enterprise, Cayman Seafarers, Maples Group, Bodden Holdings, CUC, Water Authority, and Entech.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price.
just to remind you, Radio Cayman will be carrying a live statement from the Premier, the Honourable Wayne Panton. That's coming up for you at 9 this morning.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Centre, Health City, Cayman Islands, Optical Outlook, and Cayman Medical Supplies. Our guests in the studio this morning, we have Chef Britta Bush, owner of Sasha, Plant-Based Healing Foods, and Dr. Helka Molson, Nutritional Medicine GP, and her husband, Coach Ramon, Transformational Health Coach. Good morning again, folks.
Good morning.
Now, will each day... No, let's go to Dr. Helka. Dr. Helka, I would imagine there'll be some pre-meal talks and daily seminars with you.
Sure, yeah. So I'm very keen to share my passion and my knowledge about what we know nowadays. In the last 20 years, medicine has actually, medical research has taken in the microbiome, the gut inhabitants that each and every one of us carries around with us. And a great link has been discovered to inflammatory states in the body, creation or even promotion of chronic diseases. And really, that is since I've discovered about that, I've learned or kind of had many realizations about the 20 years that I've been doing medicine before I came across this, as to where would be a good angle to start helping people. So, and I think everybody should know about this, because it's a whole biosphere that we're carrying around inside us and should know about. They're almost closest contact with the environment. And so, yeah, I will be talking about that, and obviously which foods are very influential on our health in with respect to that, and also which supplements we can use. And the supplements that are actually going to be used during this reset are orthomolecular supplements based on the understanding that if we provide the body with all the nutrients it needs, that's from the minerals and vitamins that everybody knows about, to certain amino acids, the essential amino acids, essential fatty acids that we need as actually to supplement with, down to trace elements. If we provide all that, our bodies will do us a favor and start healing themselves. And that is really the powerful tool in this reset. Anybody loses weight if they cut their calories down, but do they actually heal? That is really the added benefit of doing this particular program. And then, so that's from the physical side, really. So I will be talking about that, but yeah.
So if you have guests at the retreat and they have any medical questions, they can talk to you about. They can have some clarification. You can have clarification for them.
Sure. But I actually do encourage everybody, and in fact, so far everybody has, to make use of seeing me with their insurance, paying for blood tests, having a metabolic baseline panel to know where they're at in their needs for metabolic reset, and also specific health needs. So really, they are kind of my patients that I will be supporting during that reset. So it's not a medical consultation that I'll be having there, but we can have a chat and see how they're getting on. And if there are any issues arising, of course, I'm there,
Okay. So do they normally do blood tests for any sort of metabolical?
Yes, so we'll be looking at situations like prediabetes, which is insidious. Very few people actually know that. And even worse, the fatty liver condition that leads to prediabetes and eventually diabetes, which can be sometimes not even guessed by the abdominal circumference. Some people have that who are actually quite slim. And so those are the baseline blood tests that I really encourage people to have, is liver function, kidney function, and HbA1c, it's called. That's a diabetes marker or pre-diabetes check. Yeah.
Okay. So will each day kick off with holistic Pilates and wellness sessions?
Sorry, say that again?
Will each day kick off with holistic
Okay,
Pilates?
so yes, after the introductory evening, as Britta mentioned, we will have every morning holistic Pilates. My background, I had a Pilates studio in England, and through the 15 plus years, I developed my own line of Pilates, and I called it Pilates Holistico. And it simply means we take the whole person rather than just the musculoskeletal aspect. So there'll be a session every morning. We'll do some meditation. We do some conscious breathing. We do some energy psychology tapping on that Pilates Holistico session, as well as your standard stretches and decompressing and postural exercises.
And this is where you clear the brain fog.
My personal brain fog was helped by the diet, by the metabolic reset diet.
Okay. Now, Coach Ramon, talk to us about the root cause analysis transformational sessions that will be presented at this retreat.
Everyone that has signed up, the attendees will undergo a questionnaire, essentially, which is a root cause analysis questionnaire. It's been designed, this particular one, by my university. I'm in line to be a doctor on holistic health and lifestyle medicine. And so this questionnaire is targeted to bring out certain deep aspects of the well-being of the person from all possible angles, not only organ, but the organ-mind-brain connection, the emotions, your VACOGs, we call it, the conflict theme of whatever they come with. Let's say that the reason why a person may be obese is because they had an experience with men. Let's assume that this is a lady, and actually they don't feel safe being slim and good looking in terms of their figure, because they feel threatened, and I've had many a client who are and have been in that position, that they don't feel safe to be slim and because they have those fears. So with the root cause analysis, those things will become more evident, so that I can actually target their support. There are many different reasons why we eat, and we've in these societies I've learned really not to eat for survival so much, but for other emotional aspects. So I'll be looking into those and supporting the client individually. So everybody will do a root cause analysis questionnaire. In the afternoons, I will be seeing on one-on-one the results of that root cause analysis for each individual one, discussing it, and do lifestyle prescriptions, as we call it, which are suggestions as to how to move forwards, what to do according to our findings, and so that they can have a comprehensive package, not only from the food from Brita, but the medical support and nutrition support from Dr. Molson and myself as I'm an energy psychology practitioner, and I'll be supporting them with that as well.
Basically, you'll be saying, Anita, why do you eat ice cream at 10 o'clock at night? There has to there has to be a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
What's driving
that?
Yes.
Okay.
And we find ourselves automatically, veering towards those options. One of my talks will also be on the habit loop, and there are 4 elements of the habit loop, and one of the main ones is what we call the trigger, the cue. If you are into eating or drinking something that you know that if you do it too much, it's not so good for you, but you do it anyway. There are ways to adjust that habit setup, and I'll be supporting clients to have a look at that for themselves in their own situation, and how they can adjust, put in the coffee, let's say as an example, put in the coffee machine, clean it up very nicely and store it somewhere, so that if they do, assuming that coffee they don't feel good with, right? And so once they eradicate the cue, they will have to take the coffee machine out and go through all that procedure. And in that process, they'll having to think about it, and that will help them to eradicate or change the habits.
So basically, accessibility to your trigger. or
Yes.
to your bad habit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, Dr. Moulton, tell us about. You did allude to supplements, but tell us a little bit more about those supplements and what they're good for.
Yeah, so as I said, we're aiming with those supplements to provide the body with a comprehensive mix of nutrients that actually, even if we do choose to eat only plant-based organic foods that have been grown locally or so, they are often lacking in essential nutrients that you don't even test for. As really in all my career as a GP, I don't think I've ever tested for molybdenum or the chromium levels in a patient. But often the soils are depleted after decades of agriculture. So even though they're growing plants and that look like food, they and actually there's a lot of research has gone into measuring the nutrient content of food nowadays compared to 40 years ago, and some nutrients have dropped as much as 80%. And even though you're still holding a pepper in your hand, it is there's nothing like it of the nutritional value in it. So supplements are actually essential nowadays. And recommendations are to take a multivitamin at least twice a week for the general population and supplement with vitamin D on this island. I just have to get that in there because so many people, 8 out of 10 blood tests I do, are suboptimal levels of vitamin D, if not downright depleted. But yeah.
Guilty over here.
Yeah, so supplementation has actually become, in the last 6-7 years since I'm interested in nutritional medicine, I've completely changed my mind about supplementation. It's become one of the mainstays of me helping people to take control again of their health. And it's so easy, much better than prescribing medications that don't really, you don't have high blood pressure because you've got a lack of lisinopril in your body, but there might be some other nutritional element missing. And if you don't offer all this to the body first and allow it to heal itself and regulate your weight and take down the inflammation in the body, then you'll never know whether you ever need the medication in the longer run. Of course, we do need pharmaceuticals, you know, but use nutraceuticals first. That's my attitude.
That's right. Now, what else is included in this Metabolic Reset Retreat as relates to Kangen? Is that what you call it? Kangen water. Amenities, organic fruits, vegetables, and your fermented snacks.
I'll speak to that.
Okay.
So Kangen water, first of all, it is a water system that comes from Japan. It is reverse osmosis, triple filtered, alkalized water, so you can control the alkalinity of the water. It is something that I strictly use in my kitchen, and just so you know a little background, it was developed in Japanese hospitals as a ways to clean the hospital without chemicals, as well as create water that helps treat and heal the patient through the control of the acidity versus alkaline. So that's Kangen water for anyone that didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So we will. Dr. Hilke was really excited to know that I have that I'm able to provide this through Saucha. So we will have the Kangen water, and then of course, in addition to the meals, there will be an array of healthy snacks that you would want to set up your own pantry and kitchen with, so that you have healthier, so that you surround yourself with healthier, colorful, beautiful options, food with purpose. So again, organic fruits, locally grown as much as possible, seasonal, fermented snacks. There's a whole menu of like everything I do is fermented. Well, not everything, but that is my focus because of how it relates to the gut biome, which is another reason that Dr. Hilke and I connected so well, because I produce what she is passionate about, and I am also passionate about the microbiome and healing our bodies. So there will be a whole pantry full for you to be able to walk in at any time. You will not go hungry during the retreat.
Okay. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up with the folks talking about Metabolic Reset Retreat.
2020, unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
Do you know that conditions may change suddenly in an emergency and you may have to leave at a moment's notice? When a hurricane threatens, you should have a grab-and-go survival kit. This kit should include your personal identification and other vital documents, which should be sealed in a watertight pouch or container. For more tips and information, visit the Hazard Management Cayman Islands office or caymanprepared.ky. This hurricane tip is brought to you by Hazard Management Cayman Islands and Radio Cayman 89.9 FM.
Business Buzz. Anita Khan.
10 minutes leading up to 9 o'clock. Good morning. You're listening to the Business Buzz. It's our final segment. We're speaking with Chef Britta Bush, owner of Sasha Plant-Based Healing Foods, Dr. Helka Molson, Nutritional Medicine GP, and Coach Ramon, Transformational Health Coach. We're putting the spotlight this morning on the Metabolic Reset Retreat, where you reset your mind and get rid of all the mind fog. No, I'm just kidding. No, can you tell us? We covered checking in. You check in on Thursday, right? The event starts basically on the 30th.
Yes.
Through the 3rd. Now, walk us through as to what the agenda will consist of for October 1st and 2nd. Basically the weekend.
Right. Ramon will set the tone for the day with Pilates and some gentle movement in the morning, smoothie bar, then a seminar by Dr. Hilka. We've got 2 different themes for the full days. Lunch by me, open kitchen at any time to come in during the prep. And then I will do an afternoon seminar, as well as Ramon will also be continuing one-on-one work with all the clients over the few days to focus on the root cause analysis. There will be downtime for people to enjoy, the cottages and relax and decompress, because there's a lot to take in over the weekend, but obviously it's a retreat. People want to be able to use the facilities at the cottages as well. In the evenings will be a dinner, light and early dinner. And anything else in the evenings that I'm missing? Relaxing.
Maybe some journaling.
Yeah, restoration, healing.
Journal how they feel.
So what time do you start in the morning? What time was that? I missed the time, basically.
The time, I don't have the exact agenda.
Early morning.
Probably about 7:30.
7:30.
Nothing too early.
Okay, 7:30. That's good. That's a good time. Yeah. When you can get up and take a walk on the beach and before you get ready.
It's beautiful there.
Catch the sunrise.
Yeah, it's awesome out there. Now, what do you hope would be the key takeaway for attending this Metabolic Reset Retreat?
So, what really excited me about the prospect of doing a plant-based retreat is the fact that people will walk away with an immense new opening really for how to cook vegan in keeping with the retreat, in keeping with the reset, right? Because the first 21 days you're literally eating no carbohydrates and no fats. And how do you achieve that with delicious, satisfying plant-based foods? Of course, the reset can and is mostly done also with lean animal protein. So it's not by no means a vegan program. But so the exciting thing is to come away with the options of continuing vegan or going back to eating seafood and lean meats and lean chicken and lean fish. During that strict phase. But it is also an option for people to really change their outlook on plant-based food, which is phenomenally healthful for us and has been shown to have many, many benefits in the long run, longevity.
Yeah. We have a caller who just wanted to know where they can purchase the Kangen water.
Oh, the Kangen water, I can just tell you the locations I know of. I know Jesse's Juice Bar has it, Bliss Yoga Studio. Typically with Bliss, I think you just have to be a customer. I do not distribute it via Saucha, but those are the two places I know of that you could walk up to and get it on a daily basis.
Okay. So moving forward, will there be, after the retreat, will there be a Facebook group that someone can join, for support, sharing of recipes, experiences, and of course, mutual encouragement?
Yes, definitely. We've already set it up, or just,
Okay.
yes, we've set it up. It's kind of just sitting there waiting for people to join until we have the time to get it out there. But their plan is Facebook group as well as like a WhatsApp group. To have the community support is really integral in being successful, whether you have your partner doing this program with you or not. I mean, that's the ideal situation. But to have, friends you can call on, people you've met, just say, hey, I'm having a really tough day today, or like, I don't know what to eat. Does anyone have an idea? What'd you do for dinner? So yes, those two things will be set up, the Facebook group and a WhatsApp group.
Try this wonderful recipe that I cooked for myself last night.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
really how it works, that people get enthusiastic about it and draw from the group support. Yeah. Okay.
Now, we only have a few minutes left. Can you recap on the upcoming retreat and if we can expect more retreats in the future, because I like to come to one?
I should think that is absolutely on the cards. We'll see how it goes this time round, and I would expect an ongoing interest in it. And we'll just have to set a date and see whether people want to join it in that way. But I mean, I basically offer this to my patients all year round anyway. It's just lovely to do it on a retreat, see how to cook, have the support from a transformational health coach to change your habits, So I think it's head and shoulders about what I've been doing so far, on my own. And so I would think we offer that again. Yeah.
And if you can't wait for the next retreat, we are working on developing a program based on this retreat, so that you can have access to the three of us, our expertise, our support, without having to go away on a 3-day weekend. You can do it in your own time. So that will be coming soon as well. And there is a little Cayman retreat on a different note coming up in November, but that's back to the yoga and healing foods, not the reset. But for anyone looking for retreats, you can check out the Saucha page.
Okay, so can we get some contact details for those persons who want more information?
Yeah, so as I said, there is at the moment very, very little space left, only 2 rooms. But if you're interested, please literally just book an appointment or book to speak to me. Ring 949-4309, that's Grand Harbor Medical Center reception, and ask to speak to me, basically. Because
Can I have the number again? Sorry.
949-4309, that's Grand Harbor Medical Center next to Hurley's,
Okay. And
thank you.
Chef Richard, any contact details for you?
Oh, yes. The best contact for us right now is actually our Facebook and Instagram pages. It's at Saucha Cayman. So that's SAUCHA, Saucha Cayman. All one word, all lowercase. That's really, I'm behind everything right now, and that's the best way to get a hold of me right now.
Okay. And Chef Ramon?
Yes, we will be putting some information also on this website, which is holistichealthcayman.com. holistichealthcayman.com.
Okay. Because you'd be surprised that after you're gone, a few days after, someone will call and say, what was that number again? And I didn't write it down. So
no, we look forward to hearing from people, and we're really hoping to make an impact on this growing problem with malnutrition, really expressing itself in overweight and chronic disease and skin issues and gut symptoms,
mental health as well.
Yeah, so it's a wonderful tool, and the more people are interested, we're very happy to take more people on board. But the retreat is nearly full.
Yes, a book today.
Yes. Quite.
Well, anything else you'd like to leave with us?
I would like to, back to your previous questions to last, what I would love people to take away. It's a new perspective on their essentially loving themselves. Because I think fundamentally, if we really continue to learn how to love ourselves, appreciate ourselves, respect ourselves, we will give the fuel and the help necessary to move forwards. And because a lot of stems, I think, from us needing to really appreciate ourselves more and accept ourselves more in a loving way. Yeah.
Okay. Britta, anything you want to leave with us? We still got a few.
Well, thank you very much for having us. But no, on the heels of what Ramon has just expressed, I wholeheartedly agree. How you choose to feed yourself is a sign of respect and love for yourself. So once we make that conscious decision in how we feed ourselves, we can really change our bodies, our mind, and our world.
That's right. I want to say thank you so much. Dr. Hilke, you want to leave with anything? No? You said it all.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you all for coming in this morning. I've learned a lot, and hopefully our listeners and our viewers have also learned a lot. And they've learned a lot about the Metabolic Reset Retreat. Wish you all the best. And next time, we want to. If you're having one, let's hear about it.
Yeah, we'll let you know when we open registration next time, not when we're about to fill up.
Thank you very much for having us.
And thank you so much. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Health City Cayman Islands, Optical Outlook, and Cayman Medical Supplies. Thanks to our listeners and our viewers this morning. Also to our producer, Ms. Susan Watson, and to our guests who will be swimming the Cayman Bogue.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. There's